Today we'll be learning Daf Lamed Beis Amud Aleph. We're starting Torah Chof Beis, the Torah Chosim B'Toich Chosim, which is based on the fifth parak of the Sefer Tzniusa. So Rebbe teaches us that there are concepts called Chosim and Chosim B'Toich Chosim. A Chosim, the Rebbe explains, is that there's something called Mechiche Hador, which are Bechinas Raglin and Limudei Hashem. What does that mean? That there are tzaddikim who are mechiche hador, that whenever Hashem wants to be geyser a gzar din on Klal Yisrael, he's kaviyachol mesiyaitz with the neshamas of tzaddikim, the mechiche hador, and that eitzah that kaviyachol is mesiyaitz with them is called limudei Hashem. That he's kaviyachol loimed with Hashem, and the eitzah is in Yivraglin, like the pasuk says, v'chol ha'am asher b'raglecha. Rashi says, ha'holchem achar tzascha. Another thing is that these mechiche hador go b'shlichus v'akadosh baruch hu to mechiach Klal Yisrael, and that halicha b'shlichus is also in Yivraglin. Then, so this is called chosim, because klape Hashem, when they speak to Hashem, they're kaviyachol, they're mechase. They cover and they seal up the various which Klal Yisrael does, which means, for example, we see by the Egel that Hashem spoke to Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu said to Hashem, "Lama yecher apcha be'amecha." He was maktin the avon of Klal Yisrael, but then he came b'shlichus of Hashem to mechiach Klal Yisrael, and he said to them, "Atem chatasem chato gedolah." That on one hand he was mechase and chosim the din that should not become a din achzori klape Hashem, but he was, and also klape Klal Yisrael he came as mechasima, and this makes shalom. This is pshat pasuk v'chol b'naich limudei Hashem, that the limudei Hashem v'rav shalom b'naich, that they make shalom between Klal Yisrael and the Kadosh Baruch Hu. And this is why chosim is gematria nidas, because through chosim we prevent the gerushin of Klal Yisrael from Hashem, the nidas, the machlokes. There's another chosim l'mayla from this chosim. So the chosim above this chosim are the yadayim with which this techacha of the mechiche hador is neskabel. That's biyad kol adam yachtoim. That the chasima comes in the yad. And what's that yad? That yad is emunah, the yad of emunah. And this chosim needs to have a shmir yisera to make sure that it's not neskalkal. Because kol zman you have this chasima of emunah, which is makabel, the teichacha from the mechiche hador, then the chasima of the limudei Hashem, that they're mechase and their melitz yosher and their mamlets on Klal Yisrael is strong. And chas v'shalom, this chasima is neskalkel, then the next chasima is in danger. So how is that chasima? That chasima is of this yad, which is makabel, through emunah. When it's neskalkel, it becomes avodah zarah, because avodah zarah is also through yad. Like it's brought down by the Egel, that Aaron HaKohen v'yigach miyodam v'yetzos habecharet, that through Aaron HaKohen being makabel, the things which Klal Yisrael brought to him, with which he made the Egel, and which the Zohar Kodesh says, if he would only not have taken, when they give it to me, would have thrown it to the ground, then the Egel would never have happened. So that's why the Rebbe says that Yad, when you write it out, Yud Vav Daled for Yud, and Dal Lamed Saf Daled together is also gematria nidas, because it could because the chosim could either be a yad or it could chas v'shalom be nidas. Now we have to make sure to fill up the yadayim with emunah. How? Through the or, which we're makabel from the klolius of all the leaders of Klal Yisrael, the shivas harayim. They're called rayim because of re'ei emunah. They bring emunah to Klal Yisrael, and the kol ikar emunas Yisrael were mamshich through the klolius rayei Yisrael, the shiva rayim. That's what called kedosha biyadecha, kedosha neman, and that's why Moshe is called a raya mehemna. That through he's a raya shepherd that brings us emunah. Now the only way to miskarev to these royim, which are klais kedusha, only through azus. The Chazal say, "Have a oz kanemar." The halt of ozcha nevei kochecha. The way you're zeichet to the miskar, to nevei kochecha, to tzaddikim who are meir in asamuna, is through azus. Why is that? Because there are royin desiter acher. Not all royin are royin dikdusha. The royin desiter acher that their whole hanhaga is only aide azus, because machusam de azus, because azus is machusa b'loy taga. It's malchus without a stick, a malchus which has no reason to have a malchus, and their whole reason, only way they have it, is through azus. In order to be saved from the azus of those who come to be mishtalt on us and take control over us, is only by standing strong with azus sikdusha. So what's azus sikdusha? Azus sikdusha, Rebbe says, is all types of kailis. Kail of tza'aka, to scream by davening and scream by learning, of anacha, of sighing, kail shofar, kail zimra, to sing. Anything is henitim kail ois. Any type of using our voice for kedusha is called azus sikdusha. The Rebbe fears that a person has to make sure to have rachmanis on his guf, because the neshama is always being masik hasagas gedailes, but it's unable to show it to the guf. That's the pasuk b'psacha al tesalim, that you have to be careful and to have rachmanis on the guf, that should be able to be masik the hasagas which the neshama is being masik. We have to mezachich the guf that should be able to see whatever the neshama sees. I'm going to continue tomorrow to talk about how this works.